Hey folks, what's up? So I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and it's not because I didn't record anything. Actually, uh, I have a 3 video backlog that I recorded. The main reason I haven't uploaded is twofold. One, I've been a bit busy. Um, I haven't tended recently. I mean, I actually got to shave my head again. I got to get the clippers out to shave it. I'm not just going to be able to razor it at this length. I'm debating of clipping all this down and letting the full on beard come in. Not under here though, not down here. I'll shave this part, but letting this upper part grow in and the mustache come back for the first time in like a long time. Just clipping the whole thing down and letting it all grow back. It's a consideration I'm having right now, just to help keep my face warm in the winter at this point. Um, but the second thing is I just got severely depressed. Um, the holidays really depress me. I guess something else going on as well, depressing me. I literally just kind of on my face. And despite having videos to upload, I just didn't feel like uploading them. By the time it would get to where I would set them to upload, I just didn't care. I didn't care about anything, and I became constantly. I'm going to be gathering my medicine, which I need to take while I'm sitting here. I had been constantly forgetting my medication, forgetting all kinds of things, important things, simple things. And when I become forgetful and I had been stress eating a lot, still am. I'm struggling between 422 and 428, bouncing in and around the 6 pound area. Um, it can be difficult, you know. Um, it started before my mother went into the hospital. She's not there now. This was back at Christmas. Um, almost swallowed them. Yep, there's a little bit more. Back around Christmas time, um, I would say 2 days before Christmas, my mother went into the hospital because of a bad wound on her leg. And welcome to my world. This is medication, by the way. It's known as Victoza. It's a diabetic medication, but it's not the medication I'm taking for diabetes. In fact, I've lost enough weight where I don't even know if I'm being really bothered by diabetes anymore. They want to do a um, fasting blood work for me to see how I'm doing. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take my medication that night or not. But regardless, the medication I take to control my borderline diabetes is metformin. This is taken because it literally kills my appetite. But despite the fact it kills my appetite, makes me not hungry, and actually makes me full a lot quicker, it doesn't help as much because my hunger is here in my mouth, here in my head. And when I stress eat, I don't care if I feel hungry or not. I just eat. So, anyways. Um, so I took her into the hospital, I believe on the 23rd, the evening of the 23rd. She was there Christmas Eve. She did get out Christmas Day, but not till late in the day. And by Christmas Eve, I had already been super stressed out about what, I'm not sure, but I was super stressed out. and I had basically had it. I basically had it. So I actually ended up going to Cumberland Farms up here, and I bought ice cream and candy bars, bag of Swedish Fish, I think, bag of Reese's Pieces, my two favorite candies, Reese's Pieces and Swedish Fish. In terms of candy bars, Chunkies, big Chunkies. I went crazy. Which was really depressing because I'd actually gotten down to 422 by that time. And I've just been depressed since, and I've only just now started coming out of it again. Even my medication wasn't helping. Part of it is worrying about my computer. Nothing's wrong with my computer except, well, I can't say nothing. Only one thing's wrong with my computer. And it's the fan on the power source. The fan's starting to go on it. It clacks pretty... It can clack pretty bad when the fan's running, and sometimes it has a problem running. So I actually have this window, this two-fan window fan. You put them in the window and whatever, a little small thing. I actually have it leaning on my computer case completely open. Well, actually, I can kind of show you. You see it in there? That is actually way over that side, under my video cards there, blowing on the power source, just in case the fan gives out. Plus, it's helping because I don't think the fan can go at full crank anyways. I think, because it's dying. So I'm really waiting for my tax return. And it's going to be get my tax return, file it through TurboTax, have it direct deposited, and then use that money to finally replace my computer as a whole. I've talked about it before, so I'm not going to go in depth with it. That's a little bit of my stress. And there's a whole lot of other things. But that's why. So hopefully this video goes up tonight, January 4th. And I'm going to upload some gameplay video as well. I'll be looking a couple things up real quick while I talk. But my doctor is actually, I saw the doctor that's supposed to be doing surgery, my weight loss surgery. And he's actually very happy. He said, Justin, the fact that you've lost 25, 30 pounds is really good. He said, most people wouldn't even have done that. He said, you've got 3 more months to go. He says, I know that if you can do this, you can lose more if you really want to. He said, but look, even if you don't, I'm actually really elated that you've lost this much. And it makes me a lot more comfortable going into your surgery. And of course, if you lose more weight, it'll make me even that much more comfortable. He said, but look, as long as you can keep this weight off, we're all good. So I think that's what started helping lift my stress, was that the surgeon, and this is the lead surgeon in Bristol. No, not Bristol, Brigham. In Brigham. This is the lead surgeon in Brigham talking about this. So I'm like, he's happy. I'm happy. And it just started making me feel a whole lot better. Checking on a couple things I've ordered to send to my girls, and they still haven't shipped. One of them is supposed to be there between January 10th and 16th. The other one is supposed to be there by the 10th. And I ordered them both on the 31st. So they're belated Christmas gifts because I had to put out too much money at Christmas. But anyways, my mom's having a hard time with her knee. She's having a lot of pain in one of her legs, her knee. She's having trouble sleeping. She can't bend it. Trouble walking. It's really bad, and it could be a bunch of things. It could be arthritis. It could be the weather. It could be calcium deposits, or it could be both of her knees have been replaced. So it could be something with the replacement is starting to happen, and just nobody's saying anything, and it's really the problem for me is that my mother doesn't listen to the doctors if she doesn't like what she's told. It's like if they can't give her the answer she wants, then she doesn't want to deal with it. The orthopedic doctor or the knee specialist, I forget I think it's orthopedic, but the doctor she saw, the specialist for her knee, said, I want to start you on physical therapy. We want to try physical therapy first, strengthen your knee up, see if that helps. My mother was like, I've tried physical therapy before. It's not going to help. And I don't like this doctor. I'm not going to him. She doesn't understand there's a procedure. Medicine is rarely a spot-on thing. It's a lot better than what it was, but it's a trial and error. And you start with the smallest and work to the biggest. And physical therapy is the smallest. If physical therapy doesn't help, okay, there's something more going on. Let's get in there and find out. And I just have a feeling that the next doctor she chooses is going to tell her the same thing, physical therapy. And that's kind of the problem I have, is that my mother doesn't listen to her doctors. The wound care doctor, this doctor, he just comes in, he looks at it, he doesn't even touch it, he just tells the nurses what to do. Because he doesn't have to touch it. He doesn't have to clean it. He doesn't have to scrape it. It just needs to be looked at, examined for what it is, infection, all that, and then wrapped. And the nurses are the ones that wrap it, not the doctor. And then the doctor gave her a tube sock to put on. Well, I call it a tube sock. It's a really long tube, double folded over, and it works like a compression sock, but it's not quite. And it bothered her. It kept rolling down. She didn't like it, so she took it off. Part of the reason her leg does this is because of how much her lower leg swells up. The wound that forms down there, cellulitis, because of how much it swells up. She needs something to compress it down. And she's, again, not doing it. And sometimes I really have to fight with her to go to a doctor or listen to a doctor. And sometimes I don't give her a choice. Sometimes I say, Mom, you're going. Are you going to make me? Yep. It's basically what it comes down to. Yes, I will make you. But anyways, more current news. We just had a big storm here in New England. Where I lived, fortunately, only got, I'd say, mild winds. It didn't gust too hard. Mild compared to what other places probably got. No power outage, which is my biggest fear, is that we'd lose power. And we got no power outages. Not sure why my phone wasn't locked. But we did get the wet, heavy snow. And we've got probably around a foot, maybe more. I'm trying to get a snowblower. I'm in contact with a couple people. One person is right up in Attleboro. The other person's in Rhode Island. See if the other person gets back to me at all. They may not, because I don't know if he still has snowblowers or if he's selling. He was an older, much older gentleman. He might be, might not be. The other thing is the guy up here. The other thing is I only have my Envoy. I don't have a truck, and I don't have a trailer for it yet. So whatever I get has to fit into the back of the Envoy, and this is a 26-inch wide snowblower. Now, that's not bad. It's about 2 feet. And I'm pretty sure that the opening to my Envoy is wider than that. So I'm pretty sure that if I took the stack off, we could slip the snowblower into the back, or even if we turned it around, if we're able to lift it up, we could tilt it and slip the handles in, and then if we can get the main body and the tires up, then I can use some straps and maybe a rope to tie it into place. You know, even if it's just hanging out some, as long as the tires are in the Envoy. I can get some bungee cords or some straps and strap it down and then bring it home. And the reason I want to get the one in Attleboro is because, well, that's just right up the road from here. It's not that far. And I think I could pull it off. I think. Do not like this. I don't know why my fan's running as much as it is, but it's actually starting to concern me. I'm a little worried that that fan's really on its last legs. It's pretty loud. It's really disconcerting because I don't know when my tax forms are coming in. I'm hoping that Tempest gets them out quickly. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot of snow outside. I mean, I have the money to not only get the snowblower, but I'm going to call somebody to come and plow the driveway tomorrow. The only thing is my Envoy is actually sitting in the front yard. I hope it starts because it's cold. I haven't had it. When I've gone out to start it, it's like, but it started, and it started in temperatures colder than it's been. But still, I'm just a little concerned because it's sitting in deeper snow than it's ever sat in. This is the first real snow I've had since coming to New England. It's sitting in deeper snow than it's ever sat in, and it it's just cold. It's probably half buried. But I should be able to get it out of where it is. It's got four-wheel drive low with traction control. And I pulled it in, so it means I'm going to back it out. So that means when it backs out, the weight will transfer forwards, putting the heavier drive on the engine. And plus, it's 3.5 tons of vehicle, so it has weight, but it doesn't have snow tires. It's regular tires. So that's a concern. But one step at a time. For now, Grateful did not lose power. And I actually enjoy the fact that there's snow out there. But But I am feeling better finally. It took me longer than it ever had to overcome this depression. Usually I don't have this much of an issue getting over being depressed, but this time it just did not want to give in. It really, really didn't. Sorry, the more I sit here and listen, the more I think that fan's getting louder. The thing is, even if it does quit, my table fan should be able to keep the power supply cool. As a matter of fact, I wish it would quit. Well, okay, maybe not, but from what I understand, the fan's not supposed to run unless it absolutely needs to. It shouldn't need to right now. I didn't mean to do that. So, in a nutshell, that's kind of what's been going on. There's not a whole lot else, I guess you could say. Never got to make Christmas dinner. Cooked up the turkey because I thought it for Christmas dinner. And I also have a ham that I wanted to make too. Never got to make either one. Well, had to make the turkey because thought it, and it was going to go bad. So I had to cook that. But never made Christmas dinner. Not only because my mother was in the hospital and I was going to make it for New Year's, because I was so stressed out and I was stress eating. I turned to my mother and I said, Mom, I'm sorry, but if I make this dinner, I'm just going to devour it. I really, 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 really can't afford to risk making a big Christmas dinner right now. So, well. It was funny going food shopping, and just happened to time my food shopping at the same time as the day before the storm was going to hit, yesterday. So, yeah, Walmart was slammed. Still plenty of food, though. Still plenty of food and stuff. I didn't do heavy food shopping. I only did light. I'll be damned. I'll really be damned. I kind of knew this was going to be like this, but I didn't think it would be this bad. Walked into the bread aisle. Just, it might as well have been full of moths. It was hardly anything. I ended up grabbing the last 2 loaves of bread that I normally get. 2 loaves of organic bread that are similar to what I get, and 1 loaf of rye bread, which is all I could find. However, what was left? The entire rack of gluten-free bread, proving that most people would rather starve than have gluten-free bread. John Panette, rest his soul, vindicated. So, hopefully I'll start recording again. I almost want to wait until I get my new computer. Like, honestly. I almost want to wait till I get my new computer. We'll see. We'll see. But at this point, I'm just kind of dragging on, you know. Not much else to say. It might be annoying to you that I'm chewing gum right now, but it's what I do. Chew gum or suck on Altoids. Oh, last thing real quick, hopefully. Going back to my weight loss surgery. I'm to see the doctor in 2 months. So I'm going to see him in March. And my last wellness appointment is March. The reason he's doing this is because when I see him, he's going to schedule my surgery. And it's going to be for 2 weeks after my last day, my last appointment with my wellness doctor. That's how fast it's going to move once everything's completed. I've got everything else done, except I have to see the nutritionist one more time. That appointment's scheduled. And I've got to see, no, I got to hand in my letter, which I just refound, from my primary doctor for my weight loss surgery. I got to see the wellness doctor 3 more times. This January is already scheduled, January 25th, February, and March. So end of March, beginning of April, I'm going to be going to Brigham for the surgery. I'm probably going to be there at least 2 days. The day of the surgery. I don't know if it's the day of the surgery and then the next day, then they'll send me home, or if it's going to be day of the surgery, day after, and then the day after that, and then they'll send me home. But whatever it is, that's what's going to happen. That's what I'm looking at. And I'm worried about my mother. I'd love to see if somebody could get here and take care of her for those 2 days, because I'm not going to be here and I don't want her to be alone while I'm gone. But either way, that's what's going to happen. So I got 3 months to try and drop more weight. My goal is to get to 400 pounds or less. That'll mean I dropped 50 pounds in 6 months. Can I do it? Probably not. That's my ultimate goal. My realistic goal is to drop a total of 40 pounds in 6 months. Can I do that? Yeah, I've gotten down to 30. I can do 10 more in 3 months. I should be able to do 20 more in 3 months, but we'll see. But anyways, folks, we're almost at 30 minutes. I know I can ramble on up to an hour on these things, but I'm going to close this down. This video plus a gameplay video coming at you, hopefully tonight before I go to sleep. Until next time, this will be One Big Bug. I'm going to be signing out, and hey, I'll see you then.